This is the man who, Fermin Cacho, the man who won the gold medal for Spain in this very stadium in '92. He thinks Casado can win. Yeah, Bren's looking at me as well. I raised a couple of eyebrows at that. Johan Koval, well, he's run a good time this year, but he didn't look very good in qualification for my money. The French will be hoping he can run better in the final here. Former European champion, he won it in '98. He was pipped by Mehdi Bala on the line in 2002. Rhys Estevez, one of the best Spanish 1500 meters they've ever had. And then the third British athlete, Colin McCourt. He's done really well, making it into the final. And if it's slow, watch out, because Colin McCourt has a fierce kick at the end. That's the one we missed there. Christian Obrist is on the inside. Well, back in '98, Estevez and Cacho outsmarted Tony Whiteman, John Mayock and Matthew Yates when we had 3 men in the final on that occasion. They finished out of the medals. And let's hope this time the Brits can outsmart the Spanish.
On your mark.
Men's 1500 final. So 3 3/4 laps of the track. Parting of the waves right at the very beginning. You can tell who doesn't want to go at the front. Estevez really looking for someone to come through on the inside, and just moves across in front of Schlangen as they all start to settle down. And there's one thing you know Estevez will do. He won't want it quick. He'll want it nice and slow. He'll want to be able to use his pace at the end. And I still think, Brendan, that at some point, if nobody else does, one of the British boys has got to try and get this race moving along, because the slower it is, the more dangerous these Spanish athletes are going to be.
Well, Estevez is happy to do that, happy to slow it down. The other Spaniard, Olmedo, he's a former 800-meter runner. He's got a lot of speed, and he will be a big danger. Andy Badley settling just at the back of the pack. Tom Lancashire just a step ahead of him, and Colin McCourt alongside the Spanish athletes on the outside and poised. I think Tom Lancashire needs to think about his tactics, and he's better off in a true run race. But Estevez very happy to just tow them around. 64 seconds, well, they're not even sweating, and I wonder if the balance of this race has changed by that very early slow pace. We did expect the pace to be slow, and we were right.
And the longer it continues slow, the happier they will be, although Andy Badley will be confident that he can kick. Colin McCourt certainly is in a good position in third place. He's got a fierce kick as well, and Badley, you can see, he's wanting to nudge this along. He's almost trying to encourage others to move. Olmedo is right at the back. He's left his 2 teammates, Estevez and Casado, to control things from the front here, and it's very, very slow. If anything, it's slowing down. This is where things can happen. People can trip up. Olmedo just happy to stay where he is as Nava comes around the outside, but they are just about jogging here. It's very slow. Nerves are starting to jangle.
Well, actually, when it's running slowly, you do get more nervous. You start to wonder about what's happening, where's the race plan going. And they're coming up with 800 meters completed, and the pace for that first 800 meters is pedestrian, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And now Tom Lancashire moves up on the outside, and this is the point where Andy Badley plans to get closer. Andy Badley taking his time here, getting himself ready, positioning himself so that he can see the lead. And his plan is to run from about 450 meters, and he's positioning himself nicely there on the outside. Andy Badley, there goes Tom Lancashire. Now Andy Badley needs to follow Lancashire. A little bit of a bump, but the 3 Britons are there. Lancashire leading, and Badley on the outside and getting ready to make his move. Now they're stretching.
Well, this was always likely to be the script. Tom Lancashire would like to make it a long run for home, but is this long enough? It's been so slow up to this point. Andy Badley forcing his way past Casado. Almeida struggling at the back at the minute to get close to these guys. Estevez still on the inside will be a danger.
And Andy Badley now has got to make his move in the back straight. Tom Lancashire stretches it. The 2 Spaniards are following, and there goes Badley onto the outside. Is he going to be quick enough? Is he going to demonstrate tonight that he can be a champion?
He's in a good place to strike. Lancashire's got to try and keep working on the inside, then hold the others off. It's about Casado and Andy Badley, and Estevez still looks a danger. And also Olmedo coming as well, and Colin McCourt trying to get involved here. Spain have it at the moment into the home straight. Casado of Spain. Badly looks across his shoulder and goes to move out, but Casado's away and gone. Casado's going to get the goal for Spain. They're rising to their feet. Almeida finishing quickly. Schlangen finishing quickly. It's going to be Spanish gold all the way. Close for second. Casado, as Fermin Cacho predicted, had the speed. The slower it was bound to happen. I have to say that if you told me it was going to be 1 in 3:42, Bren, I would have said that plays right into the hands of the Spaniards. They may have got a 1-2. It was very close. Almeida came from way too far back. He didn't give himself too much chance. He has got the second place on the computer. Well, we'll just wait and see. Very close with Schlangen of Germany, but no doubt about Casado. You know, Bren, Andy is good enough to win this race, but not that sort of race. You have to know what your abilities are and be honest about your abilities, I think. And Casado and the other Spaniards are so good at this. That was almost an 800-meter race.
It was an 800-meter race. I think he's even surprised himself. I don't think he thought he'd win that easily. Obrist there sitting down on the track. And you know what, Steve? Every time I come to Barcelona and watch a 1500 meters, the Spaniard wins.